Hey guys, Ben the Demon here. I am homesick from work with a tooth infection. Fun stuff, so I thought I would do a collection video. I haven't done one in a little while, and it's just me, so bear with me, but I want to show you guys and talk about my PS2 collection. I need to do an update on my GameCube and Xbox collection, but now the 3 videos I've done have been the most current gen, and I can work backwards and do more retro stuff. I'm not gonna lie, the PlayStation 2 is not my favorite of last generation, so it's the last generation I have the least amount of games for. It's always been a bittersweet thing for me to collect PS2 games. The PlayStation 2 killed the Sega Dreamcast, and you guys know that that's my favorite console, and Sega has always been one of my favorite companies, and so it's been bittersweet because there's great games on the PlayStation, exclusively to the PS2, and as a gamer, I'm not going to put something silly like that in the way of me enjoying good games. So, let's get right into it. I'm going to start off with my disc-only games. I have SSX, which was recommended, this series, by a few YouTubers, and I checked it out. Great series. I usually don't go for EA games, I'm not going to lie, but this game's really good. Alright, sorry about that. I'll flip it over. Onimusha. This one's Warlords. So, I haven't really played any of the series. I've been picking the games up so I can get into it. Really fun game. If you haven't played it, Sega Soccer Slam. It's one of those wacky sports games. The reason I have so many disc-only games is before I started working at Gamers Planet, I used to, and I still shop there constantly. They had a disc-only bin, and all their disc-onlys were $1, so I picked up a ton of disc-onlys that way. Same with when Game Crazy went out of business. They had a ton of disc-onlys for really cheap, and I picked them up. A lot of them I've completed, but still there's some I haven't got completed yet. Rune, a game I haven't played yet. Terminator, Dawn of Fate, haven't played it. I know a lot of these PS2 games I haven't played yet because I'm picking them up rapidly because the generation's over, and this is a good chance to get some games that are going to be rare and hard to acquire for very cheap right now. Gungrave Overdose, the sequel, not as fun as the first one, I don't think, in my opinion. Tekken Tag Tournament, what can I say? This is a great installment and a great series. Tekken's not my favorite fighting game series, but definitely enjoy the games I've played. Beautiful Joe 2. Really like it. If you like the Beautiful Joe games, you like the first one, I would check it out. The Suffering Midway. I have not played this game yet. I believe I have it for the Xbox as well. I want to check it out. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm collecting all the Midway games since they went bankrupt. Taito Legends 2. Way better than the first Legends game. This game's really good. Not that it has better games on it, it's just they're more current. They're 1990s arcade games, so they're right where they perfected the craft. I love it. The first one has some really great vintage classics, and that's a great collection too. But Taito Legends a must for a PS2 owner, I believe. Spy Fiction, Sammy Studios. Basically, this game is Metal Gear Solid, you know, and it's very similar. If you like that type of espionage tactic style game, check it out. I've not played this. Galarian Zash. I also have the PS1 version, but one of my discs is broken, so I've had a hard time playing it. I think it's disc 1. Let's check it out. It's either disc 1 or 3 has a crack in it, and it won't work anymore, so no Galarians for Silent Scope. Love the game. I haven't played the PS2 version. I just saw it for cheap. I had to grab it. Crazy Taxi. I have this game probably ported to everything but the Game Boy Advance. If there's a Game Boy Advance port, I don't have it. But everything else I have. Final Fantasy demo. Jak 2. Greatest hits. Haven't played the Jak and Daxter series really. Played a couple, Daxter on the PSP, and I really like that. Fantavision. Really cool puzzle game. Launch game, I believe, for the PS2. Really cool. Devil May Cry, the first one. Really cool series. You know, gotta have respect for Dante. Raiden 3. Shoot 'em ups. Gotta love them. PS2, you know. you gotta have some shoot 'em ups for whatever console, you know, in my opinion, you're collecting for. Donald Duck Going Quackers. This game is officially up for trade. It's the disc only, cool platformer. I just acquired the Dreamcast one. Man, talk about kind of an expensive game for what it is. There's not a lot of platformers on the Dreamcast. Great game. If you want it, hit me up. Mojo. A puzzler. It's kind of like a monkey ball style puzzler. It's really fun. And the last one, Rygar. Disc only, and that's my PS2 disc onlys, guys. Let's see how we're going to do this here. First we have SNK Arcade Classics for the PS2. And if you wanted to check out some Neo Geo games and can't afford them, this is a good way to check them out. There's some really good games on this, and I don't know if I've mentioned it, but Last Resort's on this, and that game is just really cool. One of the cooler R-Type style games I played. Extermination, PS2. I haven't played it yet, but it's supposed to be survival horror. I like that. PS1 game here, Metal Gear Solid. What can I say about that series? Guilty Gear for the PS1. Really good. And King of Fighters for the PS1. I don't know. Those snuck in there. They're not supposed to be there. Ashimusha 2. Haven't really got into the series yet. Power Drome. This game was 99 cents back when games cost $50 for the PS2. I haven't played it yet. It was just the first PS2 game I saw for 99 cents, and I picked it up for 100% that reason. Guitar Hero 3. Some would say it's the best Guitar Hero in the series. I'm a very casual Guitar Hero player every once in a while. I never really got into that type of game for a long time, and actually now that everybody doesn't play it anymore and all the stuff's cheap, as I'm just getting into it. I'm a big fan of the 80s, so when I saw this the other day I had to pick it up. Guitar Hero, rock the 80s. Have not played it. Backyard Wrestling, Insane Clown Posse fan. I mean, great game, got that in a trade. Ben-Hur. If any of you guys in the PAL region want this game, this is a PAL game. I don't really have too much use for it. I just thought it was so crazy they made a game for Ben-Hur, so I had to pick that up. Star Wars the video game, one of the few greatest hits games I have for the PS2, and it's Lego Star Wars. You guys, if you guys haven't played those Lego games, they're pretty fun. The only one I really didn't get into as much as the rest is the Lego Batman and Lego Harry Potter, but they were still right up there, you know, just not for me. NBA Hoops. If you like NBA Jam, check out that series. It's 3-on-3. It's really fun. Pitfall. It's Pitfall. Zone of the Enders. You know, a lot of people bought this game for Metal Gear Solid 2, Sons of Liberty demo. I didn't own a PS2. I owned a Dreamcast and then an Xbox, so I didn't. Got this game a few months back, and it's really cool. I like that. Another cool game that I'm sad that was water damaged is The Bouncer from Squaresoft. A lot of people were disappointed when this game first came out, and I remember not even being a PS2 owner, everybody just, you gotta check out The Bouncer, it's gonna be this great RPG, and I think a lot of people were disappointed when that game finally did come out. 13. I really am a big fan of cel-shaded games, and this is no exception. Very beautiful. Freestyle. I have not played this game yet, but Midway game, you know, going after those Midway published games. This one's covered in stickers because the good fellas at GameStop, you know, they put the stickers right on the artwork on this one. So we got ourselves Metropolis Mania 2. This is kind of like, if you Harvest Moon fans, it's like one of those sim games. Midway Arcade Treasures. You know, unofficially, last night I reached a milestone in my life and got the world record unofficially for bubbles on the Dreamcast, and now I'm going to record it. Wish me luck on that. I'm playing all the rules, and wish me luck on that. Alright. Tekken 4. Great installment in the series, you know. I like Tekken 4. I think I like 3 better, though. Sylphid, for you working design fans and you want to start a working designs collection, check out Sylphid. It's a cool shoot 'em up. They have one for the Sega CD, and this is a working designs game that you can find for ridiculously cheap. Again, thank our friends at GameStop for ruining a game by stickering them. Pinball Hall of Fame, the Williams Collection. I love pinball games. I think I love more video game pinball games than I actually do regular pinball machines because I suck at the regular ones, but I think they're fun. If I was better at it, I would totally do it. Ghost and Ghoul, Ghouls and Ghosts. Capcom fans alike, Maximo is a game that you want to check out. I was pretty pleasantly surprised about this game. Alright. Here we are, Armored Core 2. I don't play a lot of the Armored Core games, and this one kind of fell in my lap as a given to me. I haven't played it yet, but the girlfriend says it's really fun, so I'm going to trust her on that one. Grand Theft Auto Vice City. This is where it ends for me. Metal Gear Solid 3, the Snake Eater. It's an awesome game. What can I say about Metal Gear Solid series? If you haven't checked it out, you like that espionage style game, you gotta check out Metal Gear Solid. If you guys have played, Police Knots or Snatcher, these games are all great, and, it's the same people, so check out Metal Gear Solid series, if you want to, Gungrave. Now, this game is awesome. I like this game quite a bit. The sequel kind of fell short, but the first one here is it's fantastic. Nightshade, Shinobi fans. This is a really fun game. If you like the Shinobi on the PS2, check out Nightshade. It will not disappoint. I gotta get over to the coverproject.net and make me a cover for this game. Kind of sitting on my toes there. Sorry about that. Capcom Fighting Evolution. Fun game, Can't go wrong with the price and everything, but the reason I haven't cleaned this case up is because I'm going to replace it all and print out a new cover and maybe get a cover. So this one is stickers to the artwork. They're a little bit more conscious about that today. They don't really do it as much. I don't really shop at GameStop as much either, so maybe that's the thing. Neo Geo Battle Coliseum. Really cool game. This is kind of SNK throwing it down like Capcom and putting every character. You can even play with some people from Metal Slug. It's an amazing fighting game. Alright, some people's favorite King of Fighters in the series. And it's a really good game. I haven't played the new King of Fighters. This game's covered in stickers and not big, not prideful game. I got it because I collect Sega games and the price was right at 99 cents. This game I haven't played yet. It's called And One Street Ball. It's for the iToy. I love basketball games for some crazy reason, and I haven't checked out the iToy yet, so one day I'll eventually get to checking that out, get around to it. Fatal Fury Battle Archives Volume 2. Now this game has some really cool games. Real Bout Fatal Fury, Real Bout Fatal Fury Special, and the Real Bout RB2, the newcomers. They're great Fatal Fury games, and that is true. And this is a great collection. But if you're a Sega Saturn owner and you own these games already on the Sega Saturn, you are going to be disappointed in this collection. There's just no two ways around it. The Sega Saturn just does a better job at the 2D fighting arcade games. I got this in there, I put it in, and it's not even compatible with like any of my HD cords or anything for PS2, so I have to play this in my fatty on with an S-video feed, and it's just like, why bother? Might as well play it on my Saturn. Disappointed in this collection. Now, a collection I do play is the Battle Archives 1, just because I don't own Fatal Fury 3 for the Sega Saturn yet. And as soon as I get that game, this game's probably going to become obsolete for me too. So, cool collections if you don't have access to a Sega Saturn or you don't want to fiddle with imports or anything like that, I would check it out. Another cool collection by SNK, Cool Fighting Series, is Art of Fighting Anthology. You got the 3 Art of Fighting games. They're really fun. If you don't want to kind of get into collecting those games and you just want to see what they're about for cheap, pick this Art of Anthology game up. I picked this game up sealed from Toys R Us for like $5. I bought the 3 together. No, 4 of them I bought for $20. So it was really cool. And yeah, you can't find deals like that every day. They're all new. Here's World Heroes Anthology. Now, if you haven't played the World Heroes series, check it out. It's a little different. I got into it because I needed something different than seeing, the usual suspects from Capcom, the usual suspects from SNK, and a couple of the Sammy in-betweens and stuff, Play a lot of fighting games and I wanted to switch it up, and I wasn't familiar with the World Heroes series. So I got this, and now it's one of my favorite fighting series, so I would check this out if you're into fighting games, 2D ones. Shinobi. Some would say it's not as good as the Ninja Gaiden series. I think they're two different worlds. I like Shinobi, I like Ninja Gaiden, and I mean, it's a little dated, and it's not going to be for everybody, but I really like it a lot. Sega Classics Collection. Really cool collection. I've done reviews off this on my channel in my earlier videos, and this is really cool. It's basically it's a collection of the Sega Ages games. Some of them we didn't get over here. In Japan, they released Sega Ages volumes of classic games, kind of redone a little bit, and different versions of them. We didn't get that here, but we did get this. And it has Outrun, Space Harrier, Virtua Racing, Monko GP, Golden Axe, Columns. I know you guys are eBaying this right now because I would. It's $5. Pick this up. It's awesome. Alright. My next game is really fun. It's Sega Superstars Tennis. Recently I traded my Wii port over to Princess Moneymaker, which I was happy to do. No trouble because I have it on PS2. And it's a great game. It can be found cheap for every console. You have, if you like tennis games, you really have no excuse not to have this one. This is really good. It's really zany stuff. Alright, finished up at Sega Superstars Tennis. Sorry if it's kind of choppy. I ran out of SD again, and I only got a couple minutes, so I'm going to try to wrap this up. Sorry about that, guys. Space Channel 5, Special Edition. Awesome game. If you like Space Channel 5, that's a really cool way to get it for cheaper than on the Dreamcast. Yakuza. Yakuza I want to get into. I haven't played any of them yet. I want to start from the first one and do it right. I hear if you like Shenmue, you'll like the series, and I like Shenmue, so we'll see. We'll see. Sonic Unleashed. The day levels are fun. I like those. Some people only like the night levels. I really like Sonic Colors. You should check out Sonic Colors. I'll put it that way. The Plan? Haven't checked it out yet. Could be really cool. The Heist, The Betrayal, The Revenge is what it says on it. Haven't checked it out yet. Girlfriend just picked up this game because she wants to try it out. Rumble Roses. Could be pretty good. Like wrestling games. Kind of a guilty pleasure. Shadow the Hedgehog. That's a really cool game. I liked it a lot. The gunplay was kind of a little bit weird, but it was pretty cool. Virtua Fighter 4, one of my favorites in the series. Really good. AM2, they lay it down, so check out Virtua Fighter 4. Or, check out Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution, because on Virtua Fighter 4 Evolution you can play a redone version, anniversary version of Virtua Fighter 1, all old school retro like, but with all the new characters added in. So that's a real treat. So check that out. Let's see, we're getting down towards the nitty gritty here. We got Namco 50th anniversary. What can I say? They release one of these every generation, if not multiple times a generation. It has the same games as you would usually get, but Dragon Spirit is on there, and that's a really cool game. Namco has really cool games. I like Miss Pac-Man. I love the classics. If you want to practice for the Mappy World Record, you gotta check out this game. All right. One of the only demos I own for the PS2. Jam Demo Pack Volume 10. And, they charged $7.99 for this. So, yeah, it could be a pretty amazing demo. I'll let you know. I didn't pay $7.99 for it. Alright, ran out of SD again, cleared up some space, so I'll fix it in editing. The last couple of games is Silent Hill 2, Silent Hill 3, Silent Hill 4, and I haven't played any of them yet, alright? Let me know your recommendations. I'm sorry this is kind of a sloppy video. I did not intend for it to be this way. I just kept running out of SD. It takes a while to talk about everything, so I might reshoot. I might not. It's it's my PS2 collection. So, you know, it's not my favorite collection, but it's been requested, and I wanted to get it out of the way because a lot of you guys are into PS2, and I wanted to give you guys what you wanted. All right, until next time, I'll see you in the later at stuckintheNineties.webs.com.